midday motivation. Hello, my midday motivation warriors. Thank you for joining me today, Thursday, March 17th, 2022. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the day and be safe. Don't drink and drive. That's one of the messages for today. Don't drink and drive, but be safe and enjoy yourself. Again, this is a live episode of Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation, and our topic today is effective tools for achieving those goals that we talked about setting yesterday, setting realistic goals that are achievable. So now, today, I'm going to give you some strategies, some tools to help you to achieve those goals that we're all working on so that we can become the great and wonderful people that we strive to be and move on to our next in the best way possible. Before we get into the heart of the show, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like the channel, and share and push the notification bell and put it on all so you'll always be notified when I go live and you won't have to think about it. If you're watching on Facebook, please like the page, Full Life Communications, and share the feed. I'm on Full Life Communications on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. That's the media company, and that's where all the shows will be on Full Life Communications on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So please, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and like the show if you like the show, and also to push the notification bell and share the feed as well as on Facebook. So again, Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation, talking about effective tools for achieving those goals. If you're watching, please share in the feed and say hello. Let me know that you're watching. So also too, I know that the feed is actually going out live and I'm not just talking to myself. Although, it's fine that I can sit here and talk to myself, but I prefer to talk to you. So if you're watching, just please say hello. So also too, I can shout you out and I know that I'm going live. So you can just say, hey, everything's okay, or anything you would like to say. So let's get right into the heart of the matter for the discussion today, effective tools for achieving those goals. So one of the things, there's many different types of strategies and tools that you can use to help achieve goals, but I'm just going to get into 4 today. And next week, we're going to get into some more. The first one I want to talk about is having the mindset to achieve. It's really important that we have a mindset to achieve whatever goals we set out for ourselves. So we're writing the goals down. We're making small incremental goals to help make that change, that big change that we want. Around doing something and possibly doing something different than what we've normally done in order to achieve said goal. So if I happen to be lazy in a certain way, then, and I have a goal in that area, then a goal that requires me not to be lazy, then I'm going to have to change that way that I'm lazy or that I procrastinate. So I have to change my mind about achieving that goal and what it is that I want to do. So we have to work on our mindset to be able to achieve those goals. Hi, Kiana. Thank you for joining. You are the first one. Again, you get the prize for I think you were the first one every day this week. Thank you so much for supporting the show, Kiana, and joining me today. You say you are not talking to yourself. Yay. Thank you, Kiana. I'm talking to you. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to highlight your good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And so again, we're talking about achieving goals and some tools to do that. Changing your mindset, getting a mindset to achieve the goal. Positive thinking. We have to begin to think positive. Trouble, stress, and life is going to come, but we still cannot get too discouraged where we then don't accomplish our goal, where we just give up. Always think positive, regardless of what's happening, because your goal is still achievable regardless of what's happening. Some obstacles may come, but that's just an obstacle. You will get around that obstacle. You will go through that obstacle to eventually meet that goal. It's just standing in the way temporarily. So don't let it block your mindset to think, oh, I can't achieve this goal because this life happened, because this happened. No, you can achieve the goal. It may take a little longer, or it might not take a little longer, but it's about your mindset. So don't get discouraged when life trouble things happen that you didn't plan on along the way of this goal. Because can I tell you, and I'm sure you are a witness as well, so many things have happened that we didn't plan on. But we can't just give up. If we give up, we just won't be living. So change your mindset, or have a mindset toward achieving your goal, which is thinking positive, and don't get discouraged when life things happen along the way that you did not plan for. So that's number one. Number two, you have to be flexible with the goals. So the goal is still the goal, but along the way, when life happens, we have to be flexible enough to tweak what our plan was. So maybe my plan was to do it this way, but because of what I'm learning as I go through the process, this way doesn't seem as feasible right now. So let me do this instead, and that will still get to my goal, because there's more than one way to reach a goal. So we have in our mind set out, okay, I'm going to do it this way. And that's fine that we have it set out that way. But when we actually start doing it, we realize that might not have been the best way to do it at this juncture. Part of the juncture could be the way you plan, but at some part of the juncture, it might not be. So you have to be flexible enough to change, to tweak how it is you're going about achieving that goal, and you will still achieve the goal. So don't get stuck that, oh, I set this plan out, it's set in stone, I have to do it this way, and if I don't do it this way, I won't achieve the goal. No, that's not it. You will achieve the goal. Just be flexible and tweak the process as you go. And now you're still achieving your goal. You feel accomplished and you're doing good. So that's number two. Number three is keep an agenda book, or use your mobile device to set reminders for yourself for your to-do list for today. I cannot live without, first, my agenda book with all my appointments and my personal stuff to do, as well as I set reminders for myself, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the issue, the day before, an hour before, depending on the task rather. And those reminders, when that alarm goes off and then I read what the alarm is for, I don't have, once I set that alarm, I don't have to think about it again, because I know the alarm is going to go off and it's going to remind me to do whatever it is that I set the alarm for. So I live by that, by writing my daily to-do list and setting alarms. Now, something else might work for you. They have all types of productivity apps that are free in your app store or your Play Store. And also they have ones that you can pay a fee for. So find out what works for you. Use the apps, use an agenda book, use a calendar, use the reminders on your phone or alarms on your phone. Listen, we pay so much money for these cell phones, these devices. Let's maximize the use of these devices. And that is one way that you can maximize the use of your mobile device, your phone or your tablet, by setting reminders or alarms to help you achieve your goals, and downloading some of the productivity apps that will keep you on track, because you can set a goal, okay, in a month, I want to have this accomplished, or in a week, or however long, and it will help keep track of how well you're doing with that plan that you set in place on that app. So that's technique, tool, actually, tools, technique, same thing, number three. And the last one is make sure you keep encouraging people around you. Hi, Rosalina. How are you? So nice to see you, my sister. Can't wait for us to get together in a few weeks for our show. Thank you for supporting the show today. So back to the techniques. Number four, rather, is keep encouraging people around you. Don't keep discouraging people around you, because discouraging people will talk you out of what your goal is and what you know you can accomplish. And it's not so much that they're doing it in a mean or malicious manner. It's just because they can't see it for themselves, so they can't see you doing it, right? And so you have faith to achieve something. They'll talk you out of your faith because of their own fear. This is not for them to do. That's why they can't see it. And again, some people do have an agenda and maybe they're envious or jealous, but some people, again, it's just they're speaking out of their own fear. So make sure that you have people who encourage you, who are in your support network, who will encourage and support you through your journey to help you achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself. And it makes a difference, because people who are encouraging and supportive, they're speaking positivity into you. And that helps build you up. That helps make you think, you know what, I can do this. You know what, this is not too hard for me. This is not too difficult for me. It's one day at a time. That's another technique. It's one day at a time. And I have these people behind me, the wind in my wings, pushing me, encouraging me, giving me support as I am doing for them. And that can make a world of difference as we're setting out on these great and wonderful, achievable goals that we set for ourselves so we can every time go to the next level. After you accomplish that level, what's the next level of success that you want for your family? What's the next level of success you want for yourself in business? What's the next level you want for yourself in professionally, educationally, spiritually? There's always a next level to go to once you achieve. And as you're achieving, those who are in your support network, who are encouraging you and you're encouraging them, you all are achieving together. Like minds. Surround yourself with people of like minds who are moving in the same direction. Doesn't have to be the same career or field. I mean, that's fine too, but in the same direction, meaning we all are encouragers. We're not discouragers. We support one another. We give one another wisdom as we go through the process. And if we see something that might be a bit off, we share honestly. We aren't just yes women and yes men. No, I want to give you honest feedback, because honest feedback, you can grow. If I'm just a yes person, you'll stay in your issues and you won't grow, and you'll think everything is fine when it's not fine. So keep encouragers around you, and you be an encourager too. Rosalina says, yes. Rosie, I was saying so much. I'm not exactly sure the specific thing you were saying yes to, but you were probably saying yes to the last goal that I was talking about with encouragers. It makes a world of difference. Truly a world of difference. So the goals, the tips for today for effective tools for achieving goals. One, make sure you have a mindset to achieve. And first of all, with the mindset to achieve is thinking positive, not negative, because you have what you think. If you think negatively, then the outcome is going to be negative. If you think positively, then the outcome is going to be positive. And we're not talking about the duration of time it takes. You can't get caught up on that. Some things take longer than others. Thinking positive throughout the process, regardless of what happens, I am going to meet this goal. And you have a positive attitude about it, regardless of what comes up. The second one was be flexible. Along the way, you have set a plan, but sometimes we have to veer off that plan to do something, not veer off to not achieve the goal, but to tweak it in order, because what I planned doesn't seem to work right here at this juncture. Something else might work, or two or three different things might work that you try out, but it's still going to ultimately get you to that goal, that end goal that you want. So be flexible with your journey to achieve that goal so you don't get stuck. And if it doesn't work at that how you exactly planned it, you don't get discouraged and just throw it all away and don't achieve your goal. Be flexible. Always be flexible. And the third one was keep an agenda book, keep a calendar, use apps, productivity apps from your phone, set alarms and reminders to help keep you on track with your goals and your daily to-do list, to keep reminding you to stay on track, to do this, to do that. And it will help you. And also too, it helps because you don't have to keep remembering everything all the time, because it's written down somewhere. If the alarm is going off, or have it written down in the calendar, written down, in a book, or written in your phone because you typed it in your phone or whatever device that you might use, or in the productivity app. So make sure you get some sort of tool like that will help keep a track of your journey and your progress and help remind you to do things. And again, the final goal is keep encouragers around you. Keep people around you who encourage you throughout your journey of life, not just a goal, life's journey. You hear the phrase Debbie Downer. Who wants a Debbie Downer? Always speaking negatively, always complaining. That contributes to depression. It's such a weight. You want people who are uplifting, supportive, speaking life into you, giving you wisdom along your journey. Now that helps to keep you encouraged, help keeps you motivated, help keeps you wanting to achieve that goal, because you have their support and you can see it, and people can see it with you. And that's why they're getting up under you to undergird you with that, because they can see you doing it. And they're saying, yes, we're your biggest cheerleaders. Go for it. You can do it. We are here with you. That helps so much. And that's one of the reasons why I started this show, because we're all in this together. We need to encourage and support and motivate one another together through our life's journey. Everybody is on their way to their next. Well, let's encourage one another to do that. We turn on the news, we turn on television, we turn on, social media. We see all this negativity. You come here, you come to Full Life Communications, you're not going to get negativity. You're going to get people who are encouraging, people who are supportive, who are motivating, inspirational. So we know that you can achieve your next, because we all have greatness in us. We just have to tap into it. And we want to help one another tap into our greatness so we can achieve those great and wonderful goals and dreams that we've all had. Dreams do come true, but it's just a dream if you don't act on it. We want to put action behind those dreams and those visions and those goals, and they will become reality. They will actually come to fruition. Believe that. That's why you have to believe it. That's the mindset change, right? Believe it, have faith in it, think it, and you can become it. So that's what I wanted to encourage you all about today with the tools to achieving goals. Rosie has a comment. Let me read Rosie's comment. I hope I can read it, Rosie. Rosie says, I even say that about weight loss. Rosie, my eyes, so I have to put my face close to the computer. I even say that about weight loss. It won't work if the mind hasn't first decided to take the right steps in losing weight. I believe I got that right. That is so true, Rosie. That is like my lifelong challenge. And I'm still on that challenge. I have to change my mindset about the foods that I eat, right? It's not even so much that I eat too much food. It's the foods that I eat. And then the lack of exercise. And listen, in this pandemic, not that I even needed to gain weight, but with the pandemic, I gained weight. So now I'm even further behind the 8 ball. But you know what? I'm not giving up. My goal is still my goal, right? And so my mindset has to begin to shift with what I want, because my intentions and what I want are no good without actions. I have to put the action behind it. And I'm taking steps to do that. So hopefully all of us are taking steps to be on our journey with whatever our goals are. And hopefully this program is helping you. I know it's helping me when I think about what I'm going to say on the show. And then after the show, it's like, okay, Sharon, you have to practice what you preach, right? And so it's helping me to get more motivated and to stay on track. So I can also too give you guys an update on what's working for me, or what I realize isn't working for me, because that might help you as well. And that's why I like you all to share in the feed, and also to become a guest on the show when you have challenges that you want to talk about, and maybe you want to see if anyone else has a tip, or you can share with me whatever it is that you want me to talk about, and then I can give you that information in one of the shows. Also, to talk about your successes, what worked for you, because what worked for you may work for someone else as well. Again, when we all share, we all grow, and that's what it's about. It's about all of us coming together on this journey of life, helping one another, supporting one another, and living as a family, the global family, right? There's only one race, and it's the human race, and we're all in it together. So let's just act like it. Let's be more loving and encouraging and supporting. We see all of this turmoil going on in the world, but that's not with all of us, right? Let's do our part to be the loving people, the kind people, the generous people, the supportive and encouraging people, and helping our fellow man to achieve, just like we would want for ourselves. So I hope this helped you today. Thank you so much. The only people who I can see watching are Kiana and Rosalina. Thank you, ladies, so much for watching today. I hope this helped you, and I hope you take these tips and you use them throughout your journey. And I hope you join me tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about, it's the weekend. So weekend prep, productivity, pampering, and pleasure. Weekend prep tomorrow, productivity, pampering, and pleasure. So join me tomorrow for that episode of Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rosie, for the hand claps. God bless you all. Have a great day. Shalom.